Hi guys, Photomer's here. Welcome back to another episode of DiRT 3, where, well, we're going to be racing again. Now, this time, I opted to do a little bit different style tracks. Actually, these first two tracks that I'm going to show you, we have done before, but we're going to do them the other way around. And that's just part of the Dirt Tour that I'm doing. This is like the first season, a third championship or something, I don't know. And it basically means that we're doing it reverse. You'll probably recognize some parts of the tracks as we go along. And so these first two tracks are kind of belonging to each other. They are 70s cars. This is an Opel Kadett from Castrol, and well, I must say they are quite annoying to drive. Like, that was the first impression I had as soon as I started driving them. They are very drifty. Like, either they're very drifty or they just don't respond at all. You could just see that I just completely slammed into the guardrail. And a few corners before, I was almost going into the cliff because I was going inside too much. But you can see that throughout the stage, I do get better at actually controlling where it goes. It was hard though. It was really hard. As I said, especially because it's like very drifty. So it's a very thin line between actually spinning. There you could see it. There you could see it. It has a lot of oversteer sometimes. And that makes it really tough to actually find that line between getting grip and actually making a good turn. We do manage to win though, so that's pretty cool. And that leads us to the second track of the day. This one, as I said, we've also done, but then the other way around. And I don't start off well. I don't know what I was thinking. I just wasn't completely focused on dirt itself, so I immediately damaged my right bodywork, which, well, it's not good. Oh, there you go. There's another sign that has to find its way through the grass. It's just, I don't know. It was a pretty messy track at sometimes. Look at this, man. Like, this is what I'm talking about. All of the oversteer. It all comes together right there. It's just lunatic at some points. But here we get into a little bit of a nicer part of the thing. Although I do mess it up, the lines aren't that bad. Yeah, make sure you watch that ditch on the inside of that corner right there. That actually flipped me once. It's like before I actually recorded this, I did a few runs a few months back, and I basically flipped my car by going too deep into the corner, but most of the stage that was left wasn't that hard, and that allowed us to actually, pull out the win, and in a pretty good time as well, I think. And then we get to the last track. Now this one is completely separate, and we're doing it with buggies, and it was certainly an eventful race. Unbelievable. So you start all the way back, and you need to find your way through back. Now that was pretty easy in this race, especially because of what happens in a few corners time. I kept messing that corner up big time, all the time. Not a single exception. And so this corner I did pretty well. You can see currently I'm in fourth. I actually overtake them. They steer into my back wheel, so they can't really go anywhere. And here is where the crazy happens. So you think, just a normal drive. And then look at the top screen here. giant flip. So that's like the leader out of the race pretty easily. We're in a second already after one lap. And yeah, from here on out, it's not too hard. We just need to pass this one guy. And, well, I thought we're just going to do that in like a lap. But turns out it was harder than I thought. Like here I was way too aggressive. Completely missed my apex there. So that sucked kind of bad. Then I wanted to take the inside here, but I bumped the inside, so I couldn't really take any gains off of it. Then here I just tried to follow and not really do anything too crazy. And you do notice that this is quite a long track. Like it takes about 3 minutes to go all the way around for all 3 laps. Now, then here is where I actually managed to pass him, and it's a little bit weird how they did that corner in the AI, because I could brake like extremely late and still make it, and they braked really early for it, so that was a little weird, but no worries. I'm in first. Completely mess up this turn again, and this is actually where I got pretty nervous. You can see in the top little screen that, like, I couldn't see that, but I could see that he was, like, right behind me, because I also didn't ultimately take this corner, and I could actually see the headlights. I mean, look at them, they just creep up to your back, you can see the little arrow, it really got me nervous. So, yeah, it kind of got me anxious to do this corner well. And luckily I did, I almost spun out, but I didn't. And luckily, that was it, another win. Quite tense at the end, but we managed to pull it back. So, that's the 3 tracks for this week. I'm sorry for the big pause, but I didn't really have any good surroundings to record in, so I hope that you forgive me, and I'll make a good one next week. Maybe a little bit longer, who knows. But that being said, that marks the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you had a good time here, and, you know, I'll see you back in a few days.